Thanks, Emily. Last night, the Iowa men's basketball team played their final game at home this season. But while the outcome wasn't what they wanted, it was still a record-breaking night. The Hawkeyes had trouble from the start, with Purdue getting out ahead early. The only bright spot for Iowa was junior Luka Garza. Garza had 26 points and 12 rebounds on the night and earned himself first in the single-season scoring list. Iowa would go on to lose this one 77-68.
But ultimately, I think you have to credit your opponent for, playing better and, be mature enough to be able to look at this and say, okay, how do we get better? How do we make sure, this doesn't happen again?
The Hawks will finish out their last regular season game in Champaign when they take on the Fighting Illini on Sunday at 6 p.m. And although Iowa's final home game ended with disappointment, the Hawkeyes still found some time and energy in order to celebrate some achievements. With more on this celebration is DITV sports reporter Tanner Desplank.
Little celebrating was going on after Iowa's loss against Purdue at home. But en route to scoring 26 points on the night, Luka Garza passed the 700-point mark, which placed him as the all-time record holder for single-season points for the Hawks.
He's a good player. Yeah, think about all the attention we just gave him, and he has 26 and 12.
This free throw right here is what helped put Garza over the 700-point mark and beat the 50-year-old record.
During the game, people were excited because of Garza breaking the all-time scoring record, but before the game, the cheers were for the seniors.
The three seniors who were honored were Ryan Kriener, Bakari Evelyn, and Riley Till. Even though all three players impacted the team in different ways, they still all felt the emotional roller coaster of celebrating Senior Day.
Very grateful with the career I've had, and so at the end of the day, we still got more basketball to play, so that's what I'm looking forward to.
The amount of games left is still unknown with postseason implications, but the Hawkeyes are still guaranteed one last regular season game this weekend.
Reporting from Carver Hawkeye Arena, Tanner Desplank, DITV Sports.
Kriener leads the Hawkeyes with the most points coming off the Iowa bench, which is a cause for his own little celebration. Even though at the end of the game there was no celebrating coming from the Hawkeyes, but in a whole other game in sport, they found a few reasons to be able to celebrate after the game. Hellerball hosted their home opener last night against Grandview University and blew them out of Duane Banks, winning 15-2. Pitcher Hunter Lee recorded his first career start for the Hawkeyes and his first career win, striking out 6 batters in 3 scoreless innings. The Hawks also saw scoreless innings from Jack Guzik, Adam Kettleson, and Jacob Henderson. 12 of Iowa's 15 runs came at the 5th inning or later after Isaiah Fullard hit his first career triple to right center to drive in 2. That was just one of 3 triples for the night. After a 6-run 7th inning and 1 more insurance run in the 8th, the Hawks claimed their first home win of the season. And since we are talking about wins, last night's dub gave head coach Rick Heller his 900th career win. The Hawks head back to Port Charlotte, Florida this weekend to take on Western Michigan, Georgetown, and Army. That wraps it up for me today in the sports studio, but be sure to tune in tomorrow for an update on how the NFL Combine went and who did ahead of the draft. Emily, back to you at the desk.